114 illegal immigrants were arrested early this morning in a nightclub in Colorado Springs.
So let me get this straight. The DEA just raided an underground nightclub in Colorado Springs where they found drugs, guns, illegal prostitution, active duty service members working the front door security, and the part that they want to brag about is arresting 100 undocumented immigrants. Because of course, when you come across a real life Grand Theft Auto server, the first thing you should focus on is the dishwasher in the back. Priorities. You've literally got guns, cocaine, illegal prostitution, and ICE is in the corner like, "Sir, I've got a guy whose visa expired in 2017. Good job, Johnson. The Republic is saved." Meanwhile, half of the US Army is apparently moonlighting at this place as armed security. But yeah, let's put the immigrants on the bus first. No notes. Genius. Honestly, I'm convinced that everybody in our government is just running side quests. Main quests like improving our education, the economy, or stopping corruption? Nah, side quests. Let's get that illegal party and stop these immigrants once and for all. You guys tell me, are our priorities in the right place? Is this an effective use of our resources? Or should we be going after, I don't know, all of the missing kids in this country or the rampant corruption? Let me know in the comments.
Latinos, come here. Do you hear me? This is what you get when you vote against your best interest. You didn't listen to black folks when they tried to warn you. Now you are reaping the works of your hand. You F around, you find out. You are not safe wherever you go. You go to a club, like in Colorado Springs, to enjoy yourself, ICE is coming for you. You go to your house, ICE is coming for you because all it takes is just one person to snitch on you. You go to church, ICE is coming for you. Well, you're gonna be out there complaining why black folks are not joining in your struggles to demonstrate against deportations. It's because they tried to warn you. They voted for your best interest, yet you voted for hatred. Well, let's take a look.
Yo, what up, beautiful people? Listen, point blank period. Let me get this out of the way. If you are doing illegal shit, drugs, prostitution, anything illegal, then you, by all means, should have your ass in trouble. It's illegal. Let me just start that out right now. But let me back that up with this warning to my Hispanic brothers and sisters, to my Mexican sisters, my Latino sisters and brothers. Y'all have targets on y'all backs. They have raided a nightclub in Colorado Springs on Sunday, and they have gotten and detained over 100 illegals. And they are saying they're not going through the due process. They are trying to fill that El Salvador prison up faster than you can stay faster. It's not a game. It's not a joke. This is a 5-fire alarm. And if y'all ain't got y'all papers together, if you ain't got your status together, I don't know what to tell you other than to hide, because Molly, you in danger, girl. This is a real story. This is Newsweek. Donald Trump celebrates major Colorado migrant raid. Crime-ridden mess. Now, they say in this nightclub, this was at 3:45 a.m. I know nothing happens. That's demon hours. So, yeah, there was probably drugs and all sorts of unnecessary shit happening in that spot. But they found a spot. You get what I'm saying? And they were able to go in there They claim that on Biden's watch, they love to throw Biden in there. It was like 170 something 911 calls to this club when Biden was in office. They love to use that. But I digress. They ran up in here and they said there's some service members and things like that serve our country. Hello, Colorado Springs. That's a military area. And what's sad is you watch all these people that they arrested will not get due process. They're going to have to go through the same shit that Mr. Garcia is going through. This is what's going to take this motherfucker, Pam Bondi, and the rest of these crooks down. But in the meantime, brothers and sisters, Hispanics, Mexicans, Latino, Puerto Ricans that voted for him, girl, bro, y'all better watch y'all asses. Stay out of the nightclubs. Stay your asses at home. Later.
114 illegal immigrants have been arrested this morning outside of a nightclub in Colorado Springs. In my previous video, I reported how this was an illegal nightclub. Upon more information coming out, it wasn't just an illegal nightclub, it was an underground nightclub. The building owner had no idea this was taking place, and since the raid has come forward this morning stating so in a few interviews. One of the things we need to take in consideration is that there wasn't just 2 service members that were arrested. It was dozens of service members that were arrested because they were working the nightclub. It is not confirmed what they were doing in the nightclub, but it is speculated that they were working security, amongst other things. This nightclub has been under surveillance for a few months, and in my previous video, I did state that they seized drugs and illegal weapons. However, there's more to it. There was a high presence of gang affiliation from the Venezuelan gang Tren de Aragua, MS-13, and Hells Angels. Apart from the gangs, there was also prostitution happening in this underground nightclub. I want to be able to report properly on what is happening because I do not want people to be in fear for their life assuming that this was an immigration raid. There's many people speculating that this was a racist operation, and honestly, there's nothing racist about going after gang members because apart from the Venezuelan gang and MS-13, Hells Angel is not a Latino gang. Apart from the gang affiliations, with prostitution comes human trafficking, and we don't know how many of those people were being trafficked unwillingly. So this has nothing to do with race, it has everything to do with illegal activity. And for the service members that have been arrested, they have been turned over to the military for the CID to do further investigation, and we all know they're not going to your local prison or jail cell. We know where those people are headed to. I will try to do more updates on this because given of the nature of who was arrested, this is a very huge bust and a big deal for the United States.
Breaking news out of Colorado Springs. The DEA has announced that they have arrested 114 alleged undocumented migrants at an underground nightclub. This was not simply the DEA. This included 300 officers and agents from the FBI, ICE, the ATF, the IRS, the U.S. Army Criminal Investigation Division, U.S. Postal Police, and local law enforcement. Yes, you heard me correctly. The U.S. military is now on the ground actively hunting down migrants. 114 people not only have not been identified to the public, but the DEA has not released any evidence to back up their claims about these 114 individuals. And because this administration is currently denying due process to all of these people, we will likely never see a shred of evidence to back up their statement. The DEA said that they handed these people over to ICE for eventual deportation. This administration is not shy about lying or deporting U.S. citizens. We know of at least 5 already. And now we also have active U.S. military boots on the ground within the United States, even though the Insurrection Act has not been invoked. Congress, it's time to do your effing job. Let me know what you think. And as always, Foxtrot Delta Tango, you motherfucker.
What is going on in Colorado Springs? The DEA raided this underground nightclub, so illegal nightclub, and they arrested 100 illegal immigrants. That's not the big news. The big news is that along with those illegal immigrants, there are about 200 in total people and 300 agents busted into this place by breaking a window, and they had them under surveillance for months. Apparently, there were active duty soldiers, American soldiers in there. There were criminal gangs. At least 2 different criminal gangs were in there. Those illegal immigrants as well. And there's a whole slew of things that they're charging them for doing all together. So why are all of these people together? The criminals with the members of the military, with like drug trafficking and all of that together in an illegal underground club. Look, some of them, they say some of the patrons had undisclosed outstanding warrants on them too. Active duty military members as well. And people who were doing the security, armed security as well. Like, what was happening in there? Like some serious, like, drug trafficking and other criminal activities that were happening there. Look, it says right there, this underground club, the things that were taking place were drug trafficking, prostitution, crimes of violence. Like, oh my goodness. And over 200 people were there during the raid. And it took 300 officers with multiple agencies to effect this raid. And I think at the end they were like, the streets of Colorado Springs will be safer tonight. I was like, oh my gosh. Isn't that creepy though? Like, you think of a raid, you think of just one group of criminals in that raid. But this is like soldiers, members of the government, together with the criminals and the drug traffickers and, you know, the prostitution rings and everything together. What do you think?
All right, guys. So I don't know if you saw the news or heard the news, but it started early Sunday morning in Colorado Springs. After months of investigation, more than 300 federal agents surrounded an illegal after-hours nightclub, a place authorities say had become a hub for drug trafficking, prostitution, and violent crime. Inside, the scene quickly turned chaotic. Listen, patrons scrambled to escape as law enforcement poured in, tossing drugs onto the floors in a desperate attempt to hide evidence. DEA body cam footage captured it all. Officers announcing themselves, hands flying into the air, and crowds funneling out the doors. By the end of the night, over 100 people suspected of being in the country illegally were detained. Now, among them were more than a dozen active duty military personnel, which, another conversation. Some allegedly working security for the club. Officers seized firearms, cocaine, methamphetamine, and a drug known as pink cocaine or Tusi. The operation drew immediate praise from President Donald Trump and Attorney General Pam Bondi, who framed it as part of a broader push to tighten immigration enforcement. So, meanwhile, the building's owner claimed he had no idea what was going on inside, insisting the venue was supposed to host nothing more than weddings and birthday parties. I don't know about that. But authorities say the story of the club is just one chapter in a much larger crackdown still unfolding. More arrests could be on the way.
Alright y'all, there you have it actually. We know, as we have seen in the video, it is reported that this was an underground club. In other words, there were something illegal actually being done in this club. But the funny thing is that it was 114 illegal immigrants were found in this club, together with drugs and a lot of stuff. Now, the DEA is reporting that they have been investigating this for over a month and they were after Tren de Aragua and other gangs, But the funny thing is that even active serving members of the military were actually apprehended from this underground club. Now, Latinos. Why are we talking about Latinos? This is because as much as they say we have illegal immigrants and this was just an underground club, we do not have records of the people who are apprehended. Now, this shows you that if you're a Latino illegally in the United States, you have a target on your back. You have to be careful here because this is what you voted for. This is what y'all voted for. After black folks tried to, warn you, you did not listen. Democrats tried to warn you, you did not listen. Even after, the Republican Party actually showed you, its true colors and called one of your Latino countries a floating pile of garbage, you did not listen. You do not see the red flags there. You actually thought that you were better than other people of color. You thought that you were better than black folks, so you voted for hatred. This is what you get. This is the result of your ballot box. This is the result of your decision. Now you are being hunted, We have seen ICE actually putting bounties on, illegals to actually try and catch them. Now they are even breaking into people's houses, trying to hunt illegal immigrants, trying to hunt, Latinos, as we have seen in the incident in Oklahoma, where a family was actually traumatized after, ICE agents barged into their house in the middle of the night, trying to mistakenly arrest them as illegal immigrants. This shows you that you are not safe wherever you go. You are no longer safe here. They are going to hunt you wherever you go. If you go to church, they're gonna come for you. If you go to your home to actually rest, they're coming for you. If you go to a nightclub to enjoy yourself, an underground nightclub where you actually feel safer because this is under the radar, they're coming for you out there. So did you really think you're going to be accepted on their table just because you have a lighter skin than, black people? Of course not. Now you're finding out that to them, you're just an illegal immigrant. To them, they only actually needed your vote. We've seen your community, Venezuelans, come here and cry that they lied to you. They betrayed you. Yes, they did betray you. Why did you not vote for your best interest? Why are you listening to politicians who actually have sweet words, only looking for your votes, and after that, they don't care about you? This is what you get for not listening. This is what you get for not voting for your community. Because a lot of your community are coming into the United States and a lot of them are coming here illegally. So every Latino man, every Latino woman has at least an illegal member in their family in the United States. Whether you like it or not, you are the forefront of these ICE raids. You are the primary target. How do you like it like that? How do you like it like that? Because you don't listen. You F around, you find out. This is basically your moment of finding out. And it's getting worse for you guys because now they're even deporting Latinos with status. Can you believe that? This is what you get, man. This is what you get, man. This is what you get. You don't listen, you get a reality check. Let me know in the comment section below. What do you think about this ICE raids, in Colorado Springs at a nightclub? How do you think about that? What do you think about today's episode? Let me know in the comment section below. Subscribe if you're new, like the video, and share with your friends and family. And as always, see you on the next episode.